Hello and welcome to an advanced PvP guide to finishes and revives. For an introduction and the basics of finishing and reviving, including some simple tips, check out our previous episode, the link is in the description below. In today's episode we'll be talking about what skills you should have to make your team's revives and finishes more effective, how to down players in a 2v1 effectively, and some other useful tips and techniques. So first up I want to talk about the skills important to reviving and finishing. It's not only useful to know what you should be bringing with you, but it's also helpful to know what the enemy has up their sleeve so you can counter it. Stability gives you immunity to crowd control effects, so you can't be interrupted during a finisher or revive. A number of professions have access to this boon, but the best skills by far are Stand Your Ground for the Guardian, which also applies the boon to your allies, Balanced Stance for the Warrior, which is superior to their other option of the Doliac Signet, and lastly the Ranger's Rampager's 1, which lasts for a very long time. There are other skills and some traits which also grant stability, so check the wiki for more information. Quickness makes your actions happen twice as fast, and this includes finishes and revives. Warriors, Engineers, Rangers and Thieves all have access to quickness through utility skills, but they come with a drawback, but I won't go into details on those here, check the wiki for more information. The basic principle of these skills is that you use them to finish off the player with a burst of damage and then follow up with a near instant finishing blow, giving no time for a revive. There's one skill that trumps them all however, and that's the Mesmer's elite skill Time Warp. This skill provides an AoE quickness to any allies in the area. One of the most powerful skills in the game, this is a must have if you have a Mesmer in your team. Some traits give quickness as well, but the only ones of use for finishing are the Ranger's Zephyr's Speed, which triggers when you swap a pet, and the Last Chance on the Warrior, which triggers when you hit someone below 25% HP. This can often continue after the finishing blow, so you can actually take them down. There are a number of crowd control skills in the game, so I won't be going into them all here. For more information and details on crowd control, check out last week's advanced guide, but for some weapon sets that come to mind and being very useful for reviving and finishing. Firstly, the Warrior's Hammer is the best in game for CC chaining to cause constant interrupts. The Necro's Star 5 skill is also highly effective as a ranged AoE ground targeted fear. The Guardian's Shield is also very useful. Ranged skills can be of importance as well. The Ranger's Point Blank Shot or the Thief's Headshot. There are a number of other useful utility skills that are available, but look mainly for the ones that work on AoE, such as the Warrior's skill Fear Me. There are far too many skills to go into here, but this gives you the idea. Some skills can also revive down players. The most notable of these are the elite skills Battle Standard for the Warrior and the Spirit of Nature for the Ranger, both of which revive multiple allies in the area nearby. There are also a number of utility skills, but these all suffer from very long cooldowns, but can be useful in support builds. Most will only revive one teammate, but the most notable is the Necromancer's Signet of Undeath, which revives up to 3 nearby players. Stay clear of the Ranger's Search and Rescue however, as this is a very slow revive. A number of other skill types can also be of use for finishers. Some professions are able to teleport while in the down state to make finishing attacks miss. However, you can counter this by using an instant cast teleport skill to move to their new position. This won't break the channel on the finisher and you'll get the kill. Stealth is another useful skill for finishing. While you're still susceptible to damage and interrupts, you're less likely to be hit. And lastly, invulnerability skills can be used to mitigate focus fire damage you might have taken while channeling that finisher. The final topic I wanted to cover is 2v1 fights. 2v1s are notoriously hard to win in Guild Wars 2 thanks to the downstate, but I talked previously in the basic guide about how conditions can be used to finish off down players while also applying pressure to the other enemy teammates to allow for a 2v1 victory, but there are other tactics as well. Pets are brilliant at dealing with 2v1s as they can keep the down player from reviving or causing you problems while you deal with the alive player. Pets come in all styles in Guild Wars 2, from Ranger pets to Thief guilds, but if you don't think you have access to a pet, maybe look at the Ogre's runes which will summon up a Rot Dog for you. All the tips and tactics mentioned earlier are of course used in 2v1 and can be combined to give you an edge to win these encounters. So I hope you all enjoyed this show and picked up a few useful tactics. Don't forget to subscribe and leave feedback below, and I'll see you all very soon.